if we've learned nothing this morning, we've learnt that Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane. So there you are. And bye-bye.
You're doing Scooby-Doo now?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk about Scooby-Doo. It's dumbing down.
You started it.
No? Well, I did, yes.
If you had never done Scooby-Doo in the first place, I think your downfall started, I have to be honest with you. I think the rot set in with Donald Duck.
Would you say that the BBC is guilty of dumbing down?
Well, Hugo's there, isn't he?
Exactly. And the serious subjects that you tackle.
What's that noise you hear?
And somebody breaking breeze blocks in their chest.
No.
You see, the only one who dumbed down is the trivial things they do in talkback every day. I mean,
Yeah.
that's dumbing down.
Has somebody accused you of dumbing down, John?
Everybody. They're all out to get me this
What
morning.
kind of people are they? Catholics, Protestants, what are they?
I don't know. See, they don't like our music and they don't like Scooby-Doo.
Now you know what it's like. See, you've spent all those years comfortable in the knowledge that the people liked you. What do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? They always hated me, always.
No, they don't. They love you.
They always hated me.
No, they don't.
I was in Radio 4, remember that?
Were you really? Tell me about that. No, don't tell me about that.
They always hated
You didn't see
me.
a girl-
I'm used to it. I'm like a crocodile. I've got a carapace.
Have you really?
Yeah, but I'm getting it changed. The doctor wrote me a letter.
Yeah. I don't like those foreign cars anyway.
No, but you have to change them every once in a while.
Just like
Trust
your
me.
socks.
Trust me, John. Trust me.
Yeah, I trust everybody, but I still cut the deck.
Go and do Scooby-Doo before you go.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I can't do it. I don't watch it.
Well, do Donald Duck then. Go on.
No, I'm not getting into that again. Sounds as though your dentures are on a walkabout. Are you all right now? You ready to go?
God, how great.
Right.
Any more old bees coming up?
Yes, we're going to Lisburn, I think, Friday week.
Mm-hmm. You going to get a plastic Mac or something like that?
Yeah, it'll probably rain.
We're going to Upperlands on Monday.
Are you? That's quite close to you, isn't it? You never go very far, do you?
No, I don't. I'm looking forward to it tremendously.
You're like a good wine. You don't travel terribly well.
Except when it makes you sick.
All right.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hope you die so happy together.
If I should call you up in Amsterdam and you say you belong to me and use my mind, imagine how the world would be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, the skies leave me blue for all my life.
Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, the skies leave me blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. And me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together, 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 so happy together.
That's the old Turtles number. put together by the Leningrad Cowboys, ably accompanied by the masked ranks of the Red Army Choir, and it is indeed the Red Army Choir. I love that. I keep playing that all the time. If you get fed up with that, tell me, because I just can't stop playing it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Gerald Michael Anderson here, spinster of this parish. I'd like to thank Colin Arbuckle up on Radio Foyle and John Bennett, who is dumbing down on Radio Ulster. Do you think John's dumbing down, do you?
Pardon?
Do you think John's dumbing down?
Yeah.
But sure, how could he... Sure, Hugo's there for that.
Well,
That's his job.
I don't know.
I hate the way John Bennett does other people's jobs.
I would say it's only a matter of time. I would say before the end of the week, we'll get Huckleberry Hound from John.
I think he's reached a dangerous stage in his life. I noticed, you pointed it out to me first. Remember a long time ago you said he was wearing his trousers very high?
Yes.
And that the bottoms of his trousers were well above his ankles, which, as you well know, is a sign of senility. And there's nothing wrong with being senile. Many of my friends are.
I would say Huckleberry Hound, and then we could even have a Snagglepuss from him.
I'll tell you what, if he snagglepusses by Friday, he'll be sacked.
I think so.
There are people out there who can take a dibbity-doo.
Yeah.
They can take a Donald Duck.
Right.
What do you call it?
Scooby-Doo.
Stupid, what I call a doobity-doo. You can take a Scooby-Doo, they can take a Donald Duck, but see, once they're presented with a snagglepuss, I think they say that's enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I would say he's close to what do you call your man in Bedrock? Barney Rubble. And
Barney Rubble.
Fred Flintstone.
They'll be doing that soon.
He's close to that as well.
Do you know where I was yesterday, all day, whilst you were doing nothing?
Yesterday, last night, all day.
Last night, all day was in Warren Point. What a lovely place.
No, we know that.
Well, don't snap at me. I'm
No,
just
but we
saying it's a
know that.
lovely
We
place.
talked at length about Ross Trevor.
I didn't have a chance to go to Ross Trevor. The Fiddler's Green Festival is on. Apparently a great concert last night with Mary Coughlin. Apparently it's a great, big success. And on Wednesday night, Dolores Keane is there. I spent some time, had a meal with Tommy Sands. Tommy Sands is the most interesting man I think I've ever met. Didn't sound right, did it? Tommy Sands, I like Tommy Sands a lot. As a matter of fact, coincidentally, he's got a new CD out, which arrived today. I didn't know about that, and he never even told me about it, because that's what he's like. It's Where Have All the Flowers Gone? It's out in CD single with A Whiter Shade of Pale, and There Were Roses, which Cara Dillon made a great job of recording recently and was featured on Billy Connolly's world tour around Britain. Whatever it was called. I have nothing written down, you know.
No, I know.
But you know what I mean? I'm just doing all this stuff off the top of my head. Anyway, he's got a version here of Where Have All the Flowers Gone? I'm going to play it before the 11 o'clock news today. Of course, we've got Charlie Lansborough. He's here.
Yes.
Charlie, he's going to come in with us at 11 o'clock. Isn't it 11?
Yes, after 11 years.
Okay, and if you want to talk to Charlie, by all means, give us a ring. He'd be very responsive to speaking to
Clean
people.
looking today, isn't he?
I've never seen Charlie as clean. He's always dirty, and he's very clean today.
clean.
He smells nice too. I walk past him, and he not the way we smell. No, he smells nice, and we're looking forward to talking. He's got a new album out, and he looks like in the best of form. So, what I was going to say something very important to you.
Would you turn me off?
I will. That's the important thing I was going to say to you. I'm going to turn you off. I have to say hello to Bernard and Linda, who got married on Saturday. Good luck. From Marissa, Molly, and Eric. And hello to Mrs. Brady McGill, who are suing. Sorry, who are in this. You're in the I was going to say the sewage room, but it's not. In the sewing room of Langford Lodge. Happy birthday from all the girls on the floor. And hello to Anna McLean of Ballymena, that's from her mum. And hello to Violet Farron of Brehen. Say hello from Val and John. Also lost a ginger and white Jack Russell in Maherfeld, a tan and white Corgi in Armagh on the 14th of July, a Labrador in Hollywood at the weekend, and a West Highland Terrier in Portadown on Friday night. There must be a Lost Dogs convention somewhere. They're all going to it. This is for the lads from Jacob's Plea who have got a new single out soon. Wish them all the best of luck with that. I'll play it when I get it. This is one of their previous songs. They may be releasing this, I'm not quite sure.
The shadows dancing through my empty soul. Destination, who can say? This empty feeling means I'm not alone. But the weeping doesn't stray from the fields of today. From the fields of today. There's a window open on the second floor as the shadows fade away. Sweet Mary feels the problems as her brother's soul decays. From the fields of today. From the fields of today. And the sun reach my love, something's wrong in the fields of today. I bid farewell to the city now. I fade from red to gray. These open roads befriend my soul, hiding it away from the fields of today. From the fields of today. And the sun don't shine for you, my love. And the moon don't cry for you, my love. And the stars are out of reach, my love. Something's wrong in the fields of today. 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 Da 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 da. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
That's Jacob's Plea, it's a band from County Donegal, not too far away from here. I'm going to hear a lot of them soon. They got a new single out, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it may be that. I'm not quite sure, but I'll let you know as soon as I get a copy and I'll play it. There's someone on the phone here. Hello. Oh, before we go any further, Charlie Lansbury's coming in today. I told you that, but the number to ring if you want to contact me for any particular reason, apart from to talk to Charlie, if you want to, is 08459 555 678. Is that the right number?
This man that you're about to talk to is cleaning the drains at Tyrone, Crystal.
Well, I don't think you should look down on him for that. Someone has to do that.
I'm telling you that's what he's doing. I'm only...
So look at this here. Look at Charlie Lansbury. Look at these publicity notes which I have here, which were sent to me by his record company. It says on the top of it. It says, no, it says about him from the doghouse to the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him about that when he goes down.
Okay.
I didn't know he lived in the doghouse.
There's a man now with the drains.
How exciting! Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Gerry. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I believe you're dealing with the drains there.
Yes, I'm down at Tyrone Crystal here. Just stopped for a cup of coffee. We're doing the drains around the factory here from where they cut the glass, all the the clay and sediment that they use for cutting the glass. We're sucking it up and cleaning out the lines here for them.
What an exciting life you have.
Sometimes we do different things.
Okay. Well, what can I do for you apart from give you some advice?
Well, yesterday you had a Mrs. Hunter on. She was looking for some rough values on coins.
Oh, that's right, yes. She said
right. She had an 1894, which is a Queen Victorian crown, 5 shillings.
No, she said she had a 4 shilling piece.
Well, I can give you that too. I've got the book sitting in front of me.
Well, is there such a thing? I poo-pooed it in a way, but then I realised that, I recognised my own stupidity. I said I'd never heard of a Victorian 4 shilling piece, but I'm about to be proved wrong, I can sense.
Well, no, I don't know. Now, was that the correct date for the 4 shilling, the 1894?
I don't think I really don't know. It sounds right. I don't have it in front of me. I think it was 1894, but was there such a thing as a 4 shilling piece?
Well, I'm just looking through here. On the 5 shilling piece, now, if it was that, I think I remember saying 1894.
That's right.
There would be 3 rough values for that. One would be £10, which is in fine condition, which is basically fairly well-worn coin.
Yeah.
£26 would be for the next stage up, and that would be slightly worn, but you can, read everything that's on it.
Yeah.
And £120, which is extremely fine, which shows, say, little signs of circulation, and it's in fairly decent shape.
That's good.
That's just a rough value of it. I'm looking through the book here to see if I can find a 4 shilling piece.
I've never heard of that, to be honest with you.
Well, some of the sets that came out, even in what they call Mondi money, which is special sets issued by the Crown,
That's right.
had some weird coins in it.
Yeah, we call it the brew here. It's money issued by the money to keep the people quiet.
Right.
Right.
But no, if she comes on again, I'll be listening later on. If she can give me a date, if it is such a thing as a 4-shilling piece, I'd be able to look it up here for her.
Is there anything under 1894 in the 4-shilling piece variety?
Right, well, 1894, I'm under the Crown at the moment. That's the 5-shilling piece. Turn over the page. We have the next one is a half crown, florin, shilling, and sixpence.
Right.
It doesn't look like there's any 4 shillings there.
I'll be very surprised if you do find one, because, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I've read a wee bit. And do you know why sometimes you would have come across a 4-shilling piece if there had been such a thing?
Right, well, we talk about it here in Belfast.
Exactly. Listen, I'm just thinking about you there. You've got a very unusual accent. You're not like a man who spent all his life in Balik.
No, I spent most of my about 20 years in Houston, Texas.
You see.
I was in the Merchant Navy and ended up working with ships transportation and as a stevedore superintendent on the docks in Houston.
That's
and came back here in 86 and stayed again. But I'll have a look through this, Gerry, and see if I can come up with anything for you, and I'll give you a call back later.
All right, please do.
After you finish with Charlie.
So how did you end up in Houston now, without being nosy?
I emigrated to Canada in the middle 60s.
Yeah.
I got married out there. I was traveling up and down the Great Lakes on the ships.
Yeah.
And I married a girl from Cleveland, Ohio.
Right.
But we ended up living in Montreal, Toronto, and then worked our way down through the States, through New York, Washington, and the last 14 years were in Houston.
You're a bit of a rolling stone then.
Yeah, well, I've always liked ships, always stayed with them. And the reason I have the book here on the coins, my hobby is metal detecting.
All right. You're one of the men who goes out on the beach?
I go out on the beach. Sometimes you don't even need the metal detector. Last year, out at the edge of low tide in Hollywood,
yes,
I came across an Ulster Dairy's little cream jug, one of the little ceramic cream jugs back from the 1920s, just lying in the sand. The sea cats are washing all the sand away from our beaches there now.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're quite all right. No, you're all right.
And a mineral bottle from Grattan's mineral water. They've got one up in the museum. It was lying there with the cork still in it.
Oh, it's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, you never know what you find.
I remember meeting one of those guys, one of your people with the detector, on a beach in California one time. And do you know what he had with him? You should think about this.
What's that?
He had a white ferret on a lead. This fella had a white ferret on a lead, and he had one of those detectors with him.
Yes.
And I thought, now there's an interesting guy. You should get one of those. You'd be the talk of Ballyholm.
I wonder, did he use the ferret to dig up the coins, or did he have a spade with him?
No, I just said it was a pet. I couldn't connect the two things at all, but, he was happy enough, and I thought it was a great sight. Anyway, good man. Thank you for ringing up and telling us about
problem,
that.
Gerry. If I come across, or if you are talking to Mrs. Hunter today, if you can get a date on that, I'll have a look through this and just even call you back with the information.
All right, thanks for offering your help.
Right.
Okay.
Nice listening to you again.
Oh, good.
I
Nice
better
to talk
get back
to
to
you.
work here. If the boss is listening, I won't be having the job.
Is that him squawking through the talk box there?
That was our two-way radio debate.
Oh, yeah.
He can't hear me talking to you unless he's got the radio on at work.
Okay, then.
Right, sir.
Right, see you later.
Thanks, Gerry.
Bye.
Right, bye-bye now.
Bye. See how close that is?
Mm-hmm. There's a man. Oh, John has got wants you. There's a man phoned in to say he's got a stamp, a three-hippenny stamp, penny hippenny stamp. It's very hard to say.
What's that? Three-hippenny?
Three-hippenny.
Three-hippenny stamp.
What is it?
You forget how to say that
don't
stuff.
you?
There was a time when you and I would have easily said, how much is that? Oh, it's three-hippence.
Three-hippens. A three.
People don't say three-hippence anymore.
Three-hippenny.
This is how
No, three-hippenny stamp.
This is how we
What
know.
variety is it?
Do you remember when we used to laugh at our fathers and grandfathers used to talk about restaurants and we used to call them eating houses?
But what about the man stamp?
What about his stamp?
Could you get advantage for him? He doesn't know much about it, but he said it's a purpley colour and there's a king on it, and the king's wearing glasses.
The king's wearing glasses.
And it's a three hippity stamp.
A Thihippenny stamp.
Hippity stamp.
This man on here.
No. No,
I know. Try yes and no. BBC prefers that.
I've just been handed, so I'm trying to read and talk to you at the same time.
Oh, that's very hard.
Caller has
So there's a man got a Thihippenny stamp and the king's got glasses on it.
Aye.
And he wants to know if it's worth anything.
Yes.
Why doesn't he take his glasses off and check? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, sir. I'm sorry if we seem to snap at you.
Hello, Gerry.
Hello, good morning.
The name's John.
Yes, John.
Douglas.
Yes.
I tell you what it is I'm looking, and you could be the man to help me. I'm looking for a Canon camera body.
A Canon camera body.
Yes, it's a Canon AV1. It's a camera, it's an older camera, and what it basically is, the body's packed in on me. A bit like your own.
Mine has happened. That's happened to me, yes.
Right. I need the body, but of all the lenses and motor drive and things for it, but I'm just desperate now for a body for it.
Pardon me when my eyes glaze over.
Yes.
I know nothing about this. You'll have to pretend that I do, and you'll have to excuse my ignorance. So just repeat that again. That means nothing to me, but it'll mean something to somebody.
Well, it's a camera. Do you know the SLR cameras, the big cameras with the body and the big lenses?
No, but go ahead anyway.
Well, it's a body of one of those cameras I'm looking for, and it's a Canon AV1.
Okay, and you feel as if someone out there might have one of those.
They might have one. It's a type of camera it has been updated, but the newer models won't fit the lenses and things like that I have. So I'm sort of desperate now for a body, just the actual body.
So you're desperate for a body. I know the feeling.
I am indeed, yes.
It comes upon me at weekends.
So you're the man for me.
You want you don't particularly want a new one or a second-hand
No, well,
one?
they're not new. You see, they have been updated, all newer models, but this is an older model, this one.
Oh, I see.
And there's not too many of them about now, probably.
Okay, then. Well, I'm sure some of the listeners out there will either have one or know someone who has one.
Right, but I appreciate it. But give me a call.
I'd have every confidence because, after all, this is one of the only thing that this program is any good for, is finding things that people can't get.
Exactly.
This is why we're here.
And
All
would
right,
you do me a favour while you're on there?
Yes?
And if you could play some Brian Houston music.
Brian Houston's good, isn't he?
He is indeed. He's brilliant. Much underrated.
Absolutely. We talked to him. Sorry, I'm turning to Wendy Austin. I'm sorry, indeed Wednesday Austin. We were talking to Brian Houston the other day. His name came up in conversation.
Yes, that's right. I heard that whole conversation about a song, about a dog.
We accused him of singing a song that he never heard of.
That's right. It was quite good, that. But then I thought you'd have played some of his music and you didn't.
No, we didn't, though, because that would be the natural thing that we should do, and therefore we never do the thing we're expected to do. Anything that we were supposed to do, you think, oh, yeah, they'll do that now. They won't do it, because we don't do it, because we just can't, we can't think like that.
No.
I'm sorry, I have to apologise for the way we are, but I can't help it.
No problem, Jack.
All right, then, so anyone out there who's got a body for a Canon, or whatever you said it was, they'll ring up.
AP1.
Okay, AP1.
AV.
Right. Okay, they'll ring up if they have it. All right.
Thanks a million. Bye.
Bye. There's who on one?
There's Barney on one.
I'm going to play the song by Tommy Sands now in
Barney
a
might
moment.
help that man.
Don't say aye or no again, please. Yes or no.
I didn't mean to say it. It slipped out.
You see, it's no good. See, this is the BBC after all. This isn't some kind of pirate independent radio station here.
That man will be on.
There are governors listening.
Dumbing down.
Yeah, huh? I mean, Bennett's,
Yes.
he's on the way out,
Yeah.
Once they accuse him of dumbing down, that's it. They never accuse us of that.
But they would say aye and no in Scotland.
They don't say aye and no here. They say aye and no in Scotland. The reason we say aye and no is because we are very much influenced by the Ulster Scots culture. When they came and cleared us off the lands.
Aye. I like aye.
I know, but see, you're working class. You know, they try and not do it,
I
please.
wouldn't be overly fond of no. But
No.
I like aye.
No, you used both of them in one sentence
That's
there.
right.
You see, you and I are different. I don't know if you realise the difference between you and I. You're, well, working class.
Right.
You're Irish from way back, aren't you? Well, you see, I'm a hybrid. We talked about this before, didn't
Yes,
we?
yes.
My great-grandfather was Scottish Presbyterian minister, but something went wrong.
Right.
Something went wrong and I became a Catholic.
Right.
And it's not easy for me to bear because, look, I have relics of old days. You can see me, my elegance.
Well, where did your Buncrana connection come in?
That's where it went all wrong.
You're Donegal.
That's where it all went wrong. This man came over from Scotland, a perfectly happy Ulster Scots man, probably with a collar and all, probably living in a manse. Silver tea
Barney's
service.
in Redcar.
Pardon?
Barney's in Redcar.
I'm in the middle of a story.
Well, tell Barney.
Barney doesn't care about me. You know about me. You see, well, I'm displaced here. I don't know what I am. And then, obviously, some offshoot of my great-grandfather went off and met some servant girl from Donegal. And then I came from there. I don't know why. How do I know who I am? I don't know what to do. Look at me. I don't look like you. You've got big, rough, horrible features, and I'm handsome and fine and aquiline. Barney Rubble.
Barney from Redcar.
Well, Ma! Where is he?
Yabba dabba do. He's on 2.
Okay. Hello, Barney. Sorry about that. Good morning, Barney. Hello? Hello, Barney? Right. Tommy Sands, then. What?
Did you open 2?
Yeah, of course I opened 2. He's not there. Get him after the news. I want to play Tommy Sands anyway. This is, Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Featuring Dolores Keane and Vedran Smilovich. This is just released as a single on Koch Records. Have a listen to this. It's really, really good.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? The young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever know? When will they
as Tommy Sands and Dolores Keane and Vedran Smilovich. You can see Dolores Keane on Wednesday night and Tommy Sands tomorrow night in the Ross Trevor and the Fiddler's Green Festival. So there you are. It's 11 o'clock.
92 to 95 FM.
And 1341 medium wave.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Good morning. With the news, I'm Malachy McCourt. The policy of 50-50 recruitment of Catholics and Protestants into the police service here has been upheld in the High Court in Belfast. It follows a legal challenge by an unsuccessful candidate. Robin Sheeran reports.
Today's judgment followed an application for a judicial review of the recruitment policy by 18-year-old Mark Parsons, a Protestant from Bangor. His application to join the police service was rejected, even though he was included in the pool of qualified candidates. Mr. Justice Kerr said it could not be seriously disputed that a police force should be representative of the community it serves. He said this had been recognised and endorsed by all the parties who supported the Belfast Agreement. The agreement had in turn been endorsed by 71% of the voting population. Following today's judgment, Mr. Parsons' father said they would be consulting with their lawyers before deciding whether to take the matter any further.
3 men are being questioned after a loaded gun was recovered in North Belfast. A police patrol stopped a car at Westland Way in the Old Park area at around 2 o'clock this morning. The gun was found nearby. A Sinn Féin delegation led by Gerry Adams has had a 90-minute meeting with the Secretary of State at Hillsborough Castle this morning. It's believed they discussed tomorrow's statement from the Prime Minister on the state of the ceasefires, as well as the murder of Gerard Lawler. The government's asking the public to comment on plans for expanding Britain's airports. The options include building new runways at Heathrow, Stansted and Gatwick, expanding Edinburgh, Glasgow, Manchester and Birmingham, or building a new airport on the Thames estuary in Kent. Ministers say no decisions have yet been taken. Digby Jones, the director of the employers' organisation, the CBI, says Britain's facing intense competition from other countries and it's putting jobs at risk.
When boardrooms in Detroit and Johannesburg, in Tokyo, in Seoul, when they make their investment decisions about Europe, one of the big things is, can I get in, can I get out, can I get my goods in and out? And at the end of the day, they will go to those airports and therefore to their countries, and on that basis, the jobs of South East England will decline. And if they don't decline in number, they will decline in value.
15 Palestinians, including 8 children, have been killed in an Israeli missile attack in Gaza. Those killed included the leader of the military wing of Hamas, Salah Shahada. The BBC's Barbara Plett says the Israeli government is bracing itself for possible revenge attacks.
Attacks like this, the assassination of militant leaders or suspected militants, have always radicalized things, have always radicalized the climate, and have usually led to some kind of retaliation. And they have happened a number of times when things were relatively calm. It happened about 6 months ago that there was a very quiet period, and then a militant leader was assassinated. The next week there were suicide bombings in Israel throughout the week. So this particular action does not seem to have been designed to promote calm. In fact, the Prime Minister, Ariel Sharon, said to his cabinet when he congratulated the army for its operation, he said, now we must be on full alert.
Barbara Platt.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Travel news.
At the international airport, there's an hour's delay on the flight from Stansted. It's now due to land at 12:10. Meanwhile, the lunchtime arrival from Luton has been delayed until 1:10. And on the roads, lane restrictions are in place on the A2 Bangor to Belfast road at the Folk Museum. There's also a reduced speed limit in the area. Roy Willigan with the travel news.
And finally, the weather: cloudy with some patchy light rain this morning, but drier and brighter this afternoon with some sunny spells, but it may be breezy. Maximum temperature 18 degrees Celsius. BBC Radio Ulster News.
Oh, that's it then. Sorry. Sorry, we didn't realise. Welcome back.
So some are green. We all know the cause comes from wanting things that can't be yours. Envy's a killer we all have to fight. Whenever his presence he shows in the light of your eyes. Some are clear like a mountain stream. They don't harbor hate, if you know what I mean. Your mind is untroubled, guilt has no hold. No one can hide from the story that's told in your eyes. Your eyes are the mirror of your soul. Your eyes give you away. Whatever things are written in your heart, your eyes can't help but say. Some are hard, all compassion gone. They don't care who they walk upon. Afraid to be gentle, afraid to be kind. You think love's a weakness you don't want to find in your eyes. Your eyes are the mirror of your soul. Your eyes give you away. Whatever things are written in your heart, your eyes can't help but say. Some are blue. Like a summer's day, full of love that they give away. Good done in secret, God will reward His mighty blessing. He will record in your eyes. Your eyes are the mirror of your soul. Your eyes give you away. Whatever things are written in your heart, your eyes can't help but say. Your eyes are the mirror of your soul. Your eyes give you away. Whatever things are written in your heart, your eyes can't help but say. Your eyes are the mirror of your soul. Your eyes give you away.
Right, that's two completely different songs. That's Paperback Writer by the Beatles, sung by Chris Christopherson, and Your Eyes, sung by Charlie Lansbury. There is a connection, a Liverpool connection, or should I say Birkenhead. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, Gerry.
How are
Nice
you?
to be with you. I'm smashing, thanks, mate.
Whilst that record was playing, I was just saying how fit, healthy and wonderful you look.
Oh, God bless his eyes. Are your eyes going, Gerry?
Well, these glasses are rose-coloured. How are you?
I
You
love
okay?
them. I'm smashing, yeah. And it's nice to be back.
Good. Oh, incidentally, it's been a while since you've been here. While since you've been in here. So may I say at this point, anybody who maybe wants to say hello to you, if you don't mind,
Oh,
Charlie,
absolutely, be
give him a
delighted,
ring. Give Charlie a ring at 08459 555 678. There is a downside. You may have to speak to Geraldine or Sean Connery first. But once you get over that formidable and indeed noxious hurdle, you'll be talking to Charlie. That's 08459 555 678. You've got a new album out, Charlie, which is very good.
Yeah, I'm delighted with that. I think it's a return to doing my own stuff again. It's 16 of my own songs, and I was beginning to think they'd languish in my drawer forever and never see the light of day, so it was great to record them.
Well, I've never been a man who's ever thought about things languishing in my drawers. So, now, your last couple of albums, if I'm correct, now your last one was Once in a While. That was mostly covers.
It was all covers, yeah.
All covers, and the one before that was...
I think there was only 2 songs of my own on it, so this is the first album of my own material for about 4 or 5 years.
Well, without being nosy,
yeah.
Why was that? Did you prefer to do covers, or did the muse go away?
No, it was the decision of other people, you know. I was wanting to do all my own stuff all along, but they said no. Ritz, in their wisdom, thought that it was best to do other people's stuff. And then when I went with Telstar, they wanted an album of covers. And it's hard to sort of fight for your own corner. It sounds as though you're being a bit arrogant when you say, well, I want to do my own stuff. But so I had to go along with it. But they've sort of since changed their mind and said, yeah, we realise we think we made a mistake and go ahead and do this. And they gave me a free ticket, really. And they took a bit of a chance because they didn't know what they were getting until we'd recorded it all. And they come along and listened. Yeah. And thankfully, they were very pleased with it. Yeah.
I suppose, in a way, I mean, you'd be no different than a lot of other singers. There'd been a lot of music you liked all your life. Then maybe you kind of want to get it out of your system. Yeah, put things on tape, on record, that you always liked.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was no hardship doing that album. I mean, I enjoyed singing other people's stuff. There's great writers out there, and I spent my life singing other people's songs, in the alehouses and stuff. But nonetheless, I mean, along the last 15 or 20 years, I've been writing songs, and this album actually covers quite a time span because there was one song written like 2 days before I went in the studio, and some of them were written like 12 years ago. So it's a bit of a span involved in that,
Okay, there's a song here which which I've played before, and it's special, and it's so simple, and it's what you're all about, Charlie. Really, it's very, very basic sentiment in a very, very memorable way, and that's what you've always done best, and maybe perhaps this. I don't know what you think of this one, but this is, I think, as it says, it's special. Tell me a wee bit about that, because maybe some people misunderstand when they hear it.
Yeah, well, the first line starts off by saying there never was anyone quite like me, which can make people think, who does he think he is, But it was written for a child to sing in school, and I was always I think the world's trying to make everybody the same as everybody else, We all dress the same. They're trying to get us to admire the same things, watch the same things. And
that's right.
I was always saying to the kids, especially those with low self-esteem, you're very special and unique, and that was the message of the song. And I got a little girl to sing it knowing that a man would be there. He was having a bit of a hard time, because I taught in a very rough area sort of thing. And that's where it came from. But I sang it the other week for the Special Olympics down in Dublin with all the mentally disabled folk, and that was great, and it was going back where it came from, really, because we are all different.
Yeah, were you in the stadium with all the kids?
I was, yeah. It was fantastic. And somebody said, that must have been sad, And I said, not at all. I said, the atmosphere in there was fantastic, because they're so alive and so full of fun, all those folk. And 5,000, I think it was, volunteers. So a huge organisational feat. And right at the end of it, I sang with this little group of children special, and they were all there waving at me and everything. It was smashing.
You enjoyed that?
It was fantastic. And I thought what typified it actually was somebody told me a lovely story a few years back at this very games, and they said the competitors set off, and they say it was the 100 metres dash or something, and as they set off, one little lad, or one grown-up lad, I don't know who it was, fell over, and he was crying, and the others were tearing down the track, and they heard him. So they all stopped, and they all went back, put their arms around him, and they all ran down the track together and crossed the line. And that's the sort of spirit that's present there,
It's not the kind of spirit we saw in the recent World Cup. Let's have a listen to this, Charlie. Listen, I'm playing a song. Will you mind interrupting?
Well, Dee's waiting to talk to Charlie, so why don't you let Charlie make a decision? If Charlie,
okay, Charlie, we can play the song. Of course, the moment has passed now because you interrupted me.
Why don't you?
We'll talk to Dee then.
Will Charlie put on his headphones?
I will indeed.
Yes, Charlie will put on his headphones.
Right.
See, we were planning to do something entirely different. We were planning to sit and listen to Charlie singing special, but you decided. You decided that you wanted to. Charlie didn't even have his headphones on.
We have plenty of time.
We were having a perfectly pleasant conversation, but out. Okay.
Well,
but out.
Well, Dee's a big fan. And Dee wants to talk to, not of you, of Charlie.
Is Dee female?
Yes.
All right, then we'll talk to her just this once. But don't let it happen again. Hello, Dee.
Hello.
Hiya, Dee.
You're through to Charlie.
Thank you.
Good
Why
morning,
don't you say
Dee.
something to him?
Hello, Charlie.
Hiya, love, how are you?
I'm fine.
And thanks for ringing in.
Oh, you see, getting talking to you, it's made my day.
Oh,
Absolutely.
We never even asked Charlie when you're due here.
Sorry?
Charlie, when was your album released? It's a couple of weeks, a week ago?
A week ago, yeah, on the 15th. Yeah.
But you won't be here for a while, singing.
December we come back to Derry, yeah.
So you won't be seeing them until December?
Yeah.
What about the rest of the north and the south, Charlie? Are you due back there?
Yeah, we're doing 2 in the waterfront in Belfast. We're doing Derry, we're doing 2 in Dublin and 1 in Cork as well. So
all about the same kind of
all
November,
in the same
December?
little run, yeah.
Yeah, but I've never been fortunate enough to catch you when you're here. You're nearly always gone, by the time I realise that you've come here.
You have to be quick to catch
Well,
me.
I tell you what, your place, Banbridge, was that venue they had there was marvellous, and I believe it was the Ivy Cinema, wasn't it? And a fantastic crowd there. So
Is that right?
It's since closed down.
Am I looking at the? You're not from Banbridge?
No,
I've
I'm
got a
from
Banbridge
Lurgan.
in front of me, and I think
I know,
it's you.
Let me just check.
You're
Mr.
from
Cole, you're
Lurgan.
trying to mess this
I'm
thing
sorry,
up
I'm
completely.
confusing you completely.
What?
No, it's my fault, totally. So I'm sorry, Dee.
It's
Go
okay.
on,
though.
Sorry, Dee, we
carry on.
thought you were from Banbridge.
Yeah, go on,
No,
love, carry on.
Lurgan.
But tell me what you think of the AV Cinema in Banbridge anyway, now that you're here.
Is this man going to let me talk to you at all? Or is he
He's
going
not,
to keep
love. Go on,
butting
Dee.
in?
Go on, Dee. What were you
He
gonna
tells
say?
us to ring in, and then we ring in, he won't let us talk to you. No, I just wanted to say to you, you're one of the most humble people I've ever come across in my life. I picked your video up just in a wee marketplace in England last year, and I hadn't really heard much about you before that, but I sat and watched it, and I broke my heart watching it. You were so, even through the times when your wife and you slept in the car, and you couldn't afford to go into bed and breakfast, and many a day I've had like that. And, you've come so far, and you're an absolutely marvellous, marvellous person. And the things that you do for charity, to me, you're an absolute inspiration to the world, never mind just the people here. And I hope you live a long, long time, and you go from strength to strength.
Oh,
And I, for one, would like to thank you 1,000,000 times over
Well,
for what you've done for me personally, just.
Well, that's fantastic. I don't know quite what to say for that, Dee, but I don't half appreciate that, love. I have a lot to be humble about, you see. That's what it is.
And hopefully someday I'll get meeting you.
Well, I hope so too. And if you do see me anywhere, please come up and say hello. And if it's at a show or anything, make yourself known, and somebody will bring you around, and I can thank you in person then. But
Okay.
that's lovely of you, Dee. Thanks.
You're
love.
welcome. Thanks a million.
Ta-ra, love.
Bye.
All right, Dee. Bye. Bye. She was nice, wasn't she?
Absolutely, yeah.
She says she hopes you live a long time. You've already lived a very long time.
Well, I look as though I have, yeah.
Hello, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Do you think we could get to of playing this song yet?
No, there's a lady who wants to ask a very special favour of Charlie.
Go on, love.
I spoke to this lady last week when I was presenting the Gerry Anderson programme.
Oh, I've heard that. Yes.
And this lady, I promised this lady that she could talk to you this morning. She was. This is something very special she wants to ask of you. So,
go on.
Where
is she?
On to Phyllis.
Good morning, Phyllis.
Good morning.
You're through to Charlie after you read your throat.
Well, I was on Friday, and Sean promised me that Charlie would dedicate one of his records or tapes, CDs, I'll get it yet, to a little boy.
Yeah.
Could it speak to him?
Gee, you're speaking to him now.
Yeah, I'm here, love.
Maybe she can't hear you. Can you hear Charlie?
No.
Hold on a second. What's wrong here?
The gremlin.
Charlie, I don't know.
I'll keep talking anyway. Can you not hear me?
I've got him now.
Oh, you've got me now. Well, go on, Phyllis. I'm listening to you, love.
I tell you what it is. My son lives in Dubai, United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
And him and his wife went for 2 weeks to Vietnam, and they adopted a little boy out of an orphanage there.
Marvellous.
And I noticed one morning I switched the radio on, and Gerry was playing one of your records, your special.
Oh, well, that's
And
very
I tried
appropriate.
to buy it in the shop, but it doesn't seem to be around yet.
It is. It's out now. It's in. It should be in all the big stores and everything.
Oh,
But
I tried 2 or 3, but I couldn't get it.
Charlie, why don't we give her one of the 5 CDs we have?
Well, I was going to suggest that. We've got one here for you anyway.
Yeah.
And that song is on it, so don't think you could go to a better place, actually. So that'll be lovely, Phyllis. We'll get that to you.
Oh, that's that's fine.
Yeah, Charlie's kindly brought in 5 signed CDs, and we're going to give them out to some people. So why not you?
Yeah. What's the little lad's name?
His name is Wee Robbie.
Robbie.
Robbie, R-O-B-B-I-E.
Yeah.
Robert, we call him Robbie.
Well, I'll sign that for him, yeah. And how old is he?
He was 3 months when they got him, and he's now about 7.5 months.
Oh, fantastic.
And
what a
he's
lovely
doing
thing
fine.
to... Yeah, what
It's
a
a
lovely
very
thing to
sad
do.
story. His mother run off and left him, and they put him in an orphanage.
Yeah.
And apparently this place is full of these children, and there's little girls, about 9 or 10-year-old, who have never been adopted, and they help to look after them.
Good heavens.
You know,
It's
but it's
incredible,
quite a
isn't it?
job to get one. They had a lot of solicitors to go through and forms to fill in, and they had a lot of problems, even in Vietnam, but they eventually got the baby, and they're so
Fantastic.
delighted with him, and he's doing so well.
Oh, that's great.
You know, and I'd just like to say, you're the only person that I buy CDs and tapes off. That's all. My husband, he's the collector, and he buys all the oldies, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Snow, Johnny Cash.
Oh, I love all
you
them
know.
myself.
So there's no point in me starting to gather and stuff when he does it all.
You just stick to Charlie.
Well, yeah, I'm another old-timer, so I'm delighted to be in the same company as that lot you mentioned. Yeah.
So
Well, thanks,
and what I
Phyllis.
do like about your CDs are you can make out every word you say. Your diction is perfect. There's a lot of these ones that are coming out now. I've said to my husband, what's he singing about? You say, I don't know.
It's only when I speak that people can't understand me. That's what it is.
We'll send you a CD of Ash. We'll send you a CD of Ash as well.
No, thank you.
Why don't we play that little song for you then, eh?
Would you? Would you play it?
Yeah.
Especially for little Robbie and for you, Phyllis.
Yeah, and thank you very much for the pleasure that you give to us.
Well, thank you, love. God bless you.
All right.
Thanks, Phyllis.
Right, God bless.
Ta-ra, love.
Bye-bye.
There never was anyone quite like me. I'm the only me that you'll ever see. From the top of my head to the tip of my toe. Oh, 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 I'm special, you know. There never was anyone like me or you. Being ourselves is the best we can do. We're priceless and precious, for God tells me so. Oh, 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 we're special, you know. We're quite unique, a walking work of art, and strong or weak, we all have our own special place in God's heart. We're different, each one from the other, it's true. God never repeats himself, never makes two. Be happy with who you are, God made you so. Oh, 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 you're special, you know. We're quite unique, a walking work of art, and strong or weak, we all have our own special place in God's heart. We're different, each one from the other, it's true. God never repeats himself, never makes two. We're priceless and precious, for God tells me so. Oh, 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 we're special, you know. Oh, 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 we're special, you know.
That is a nice song, Charlie.
Thanks, Gerry.
That's special. That's their new album, which is called Moving On. Here's some message. John and Margaret Smith called to wish you good luck with your new CD.
Thanks very much, John and Margaret.
Charlotte and Gilmore Hudson, congratulations on their 58th wedding anniversary. That's just a wee thing for them. Yeah. And would Charlie please say hello to Monica Kelly and Armagh?
Hello to Monica Kelly and Armagh.
There's someone else on the line here. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, who's that?
This is Jordan.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'd like to talk to Charlie, if you have a minute.
Well, all right. I think he has a minute.
What do we think they say to you? First, if it's all right.
Let me just warn Charlie. Geordie is not like the others.
Is he not?
Just be careful. Yes, Geordie, what can I do for
you?
Mate.
Well, I just want a wee bit, about the Deer Park, Joe Maughlin's Deer Park, in Irvinstown.
When is this happening?
The man was up on Wednesday for 2 days at the Quiet Man.
Oh, yes, how did that... Oh, that was last Wednesday, was it? I didn't know because I wasn't here.
It went down a street.
They showed the film The Quiet Man?
Oh, yes, and the limousine was there, lifted my nibbin and drove around Irvinstown and wined and dined and...
Well, there's not a lot to drive around in Irvinstown. It doesn't take you long.
Oh, it's a nice wee town, a wee...
It is, actually. It is, yes.
I got wax N. I haven't seen wax N for years, and I got it in a wee hardware shop.
What was that again?
Wax N I got.
What's that?
Well, you can make rabbit nets out of it.
Rabbit mats?
Nets,
Nets, rabbit nets.
Ah.
I haven't made a rabbit net for weeks.
Out of wax N.
What, is this some type of material?
Yes, it's fine cord with wax, you can sew saddles with, or...
Well, I was looking for something to sew my saddle with. Okay, so it's waxed cord.
Well, wax N.
And why is it so good for catching the rabbits?
Well, you make a net. You can make nets out of it.
And they can't get through it?
Uh-huh.
But they would tend to nibble at ordinary string.
Yes, and I got my hair cut. There's a wee barber in it too, and I got my hair cut.
Well, this is momentous news.
And the sign on the door is chance only.
Well, you're a gent, you qualify. What's going on about that?
And 2 ladies cutting hair.
Really?
Uh-huh. And a big thanks to Joe Markin and his wee wife Marion and...
In Mahon's Hotel?
Yes, in Greengrass.
And did you stay there?
Oh, yes, they put them up and all, wined and dined.
What time did you go? You stayed there one night, did you?
Uh-huh.
What time did you go to bed at, just a matter of curiosity?
Oh, about 3 o'clock or so.
That's early for you.
About 3. But your Gerry Deer was packed with people.
I know, it's always very popular.
Loveliest people ever you seen.
Uh-huh. And did you make any special friends?
Oh, yes.
I'm saying that because Charlie's here.
I have to go back and get man.
Did people know who you were?
Oh, they did, yes.
What was your recognisability factor? Was it
well, maybe my hat or just the way I looked.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Okay. Well, this is all very interesting, and I'd love to talk about rabbit nets for all day. And indeed, someday I will. But you can see, have you something to say to Charlie?
I have indeed.
Okay, why don't you address him like a normal human being?
Morning, Geordie.
Morning, Charlie.
No, still morning. Go on.
Do you hear that, man, there?
I can, yeah.
Well, I heard just a wee bit there, Charlie, about you tapes or cassettes to give away.
I thought that might be it.
Well, let's see that man, Gerry Anderson.
Yeah.
I have been promised, you name the sun, moon, and the stars, and nothing ever arrives.
Is that right?
Not a thing ever arrives from Gerry Anderson. It was that bad the wee man come on Sunday away from Ronaldstown, and I brought him about 15 tapes. But Gerry was supposed to Sam, Christmas Day, all the old camellias, and when these boys from Ronaldstown London brought it. They say forget Gerry and
very
his Red
forgetful,
Cross.
you see, Geordie.
You're losing Charlie here. Too many local references. He's not from here. He's from Birkenhead.
Well, Charlie, would you send me a wee tape anyhow?
No, he will not, because I'll tell you why.
There you are, you see.
No, he will not, because these are for ordinary people.
Well, what do you think I am?
I hate to say.
I think
I'll tell you what I will do. I will personally send you one of those.
No, here we go again. Here we go.
We don't want to...
How many times will you promise me that now?
Well, it's Mr. Coyle. I delegate the task to
you
him.
needn't blame it on Mr. Coyle or the wee lady behind the phone, Gerry.
I mean, I haven't time. I'm such a glittering celebrity, Charlie, We haven't time to sit down and do the mundane work of answering letters. We're too busy opening things and making money and flying around in limousines. I haven't time for this spade work. That's why these people in there are employed. And if they don't do their job, it's not my fault. I've reported them so many times to the BBC. Nothing seems to be done about it.
And Charlie, Gerry promises, I'll send you that message. Don't you worry, it'll be in the post. But nothing ever comes.
Nothing ever comes, is right.
And I lost a wee friend about 6 months ago, Charlie.
Yes.
We on. Yes. And she had all your wee tips and everything.
She was a big fan of
we on that passed away.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
She had all your tips on. Do you know another man she loved? Was John Greer. He's dead now too.
That's right.
You know, John.
Well, maybe in memory of Anne, maybe we should send you one of those CDs.
Well, that'd be a nice
will
thing
we?
to do.
Yeah,
I
it'd be
think
nice.
that's a good
Especially because I forgot Geordie. I didn't realise. Well, I did realise, but I forgot that Anne was such a big fan. So we'll send one. We'll send one to you.
I'll trust Charlie.
Charlie will, yeah.
Yes,
It's out
I'll
of my
trust you,
hands.
Charlie. And you know what it is, Charlie? I was in that Pick Your House in Bondbridge.
Oh,
the
were
night
you?
you were there.
Isn't that a lovely place?
Oh, what?
Closed down
Fantastic.
since?
It was
Closed down.
going sometime, that Pick Your House in Bondbridge.
Yeah.
It was just like a matching club, you know. There was more people met each other and fell in love and married. And,
I bet you pulled the old girl's hair there.
oh, many a one.
They're sitting in front of you going, oh!
And then one night, Gerry was sitting there, and you know where you sit, you know, you don't really know. You know, but chatting away, and then afterwards, she was a nurse too from Bondbridge Hospital.
Yeah, male nurse, yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, a male nurse?
No, a lady nurse.
Yes.
But you see, when I get up, she was about 6'4".
And you're the height of nothing.
I'm the height of nothing.
You'd hardly reach up to her navel.
No, I could not.
But then again, that's far enough, isn't it?
Well, now,
So-
now
I'm not
put
being
that
drawn
out.
into this.
Nonsense. Now, you always start that.
So what happened then? Was she disappointed when she seen all the size of you?
Oh, no. We stayed together for a couple of months now.
Is that right? Did somebody put you up to it, or?
No, she usually sit down.
I think this conversation's taking a nasty turn here.
All right, Charlie.
All right,
And
Geordie.
you keep up your good work.
Thanks, Geordie, and thanks for ringing in, mate.
And God bless me.
And
Bye.
you too. God bless you,
Bye.
Geordie.
We'll send Geordie a couple of
He's a great character, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great. Because his girlfriend Anne, unfortunately, who died.
Yeah,
she was a big
that's
fan
sad.
of yours. So we'll send that to him. I had forgotten about that. There's someone on the line here. Hello, who is it? Hello?
Hello,
Oh, sorry, who's that?
it's Anne from Bangor.
You're through to Charlie, Anne.
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, Anne.
Charlie, I'm a member of the committee management group Adopt, people affected by adoption,
Oh, yeah.
birth parents, adopted children and adults as well.
Yeah.
And believe me, your song special has touched an awful lot of hearts.
Well, that's lovely to hear. Thank you.
And I just want to say how special it is, and we would appreciate a tape so as we can sort of let people use it and share that experience.
Well, I think that's a good cause too. So I think
yeah.
I think we should definitely get one to you. Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for the kind words. And
Not at all. It really has touched a lot of people's hearts. I myself am an adopted mother of two children, two teenage children, a boy and a girl. I also have two birth children, and believe me, they are very special.
absolutely. Well, that's lovely, and thanks very much. And I'll make sure Gerry gets that off to you. Yeah,
That's
'cause
lovely.
After the last caller, you might have your doubts as to whether you'll receive it, but you will, love.
We certainly send it.
Joking.
Will you leave your address, love?
I will indeed.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
thanks, love.
We'll send that. We'll
Can you
send that
just
to you.
remember too, those children who have been abandoned at birth and unfortunately may never meet up with their birth parents, this song obviously will come to play a big part in their lives.
That's lovely. Thanks very much, love.
Not at all. Thank you.
God bless you. Ta-ra, love.
And you too. God bless. Bye.
Ta-ra.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Hello?
Hello,
Yes, who's that?
Nora.
You're through to Charlie, Nora.
Morning, Nora.
Morning, Charlie. I have a wee granddaughter who was in the Special Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and by the time her bus got to the closing venue, it was over.
Oh,
She missed you just.
Ah, what a shame.
It was a shame, but Daddy got you on tape. So that was something.
Well, it sounds like a bootleg to me, Charlie.
Yeah, what a shame, though, because that was such a lovely atmosphere in there, and you arrived as it had all finished.
Brilliant. She did. She just, the closing, their bus was late by the time they left their venue, you see.
Did she actually participate in
Oh,
the
she
in the
did,
games?
yeah.
What was she in?
She was in the standstill long jump.
Yeah.
And she got a gold for that.
Gold?
Fantastic,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Fantastic.
she got a bronze for the 50 metres.
Yeah, brilliant.
And also she's picked for the World Olympics.
That's next year, and that's
Yeah.
going to be held here as well, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, fantastic.
Where's that going to be, Charlie? Do you know, in Dublin somewhere?
I think it's going to be in Dublin again, and this was a sort of a dry run for it, I think, because there was athletes from all over Europe there, Sure. Phenomenal achievement, and wonderful people involved with it all,
Oh, brilliant, absolutely. They really loved it. Like.
So I was really honoured being there. I had a smashing time there, I really
It
did.
didn't matter whether lose, or nothing. They were still happy.
No, they were great. Well, they always are, aren't they?
Oh.
Oh, they are. They really are.
I would really love one of your
Well, I was just about to say, maybe, as you missed that.
Well, we've got two
course,
left now, haven't we? So, yeah.
That's 4 gone.
That's fine.
Okay, well, we send the lady a copy?
Yeah, that
by all means.
That'd be great. As soon as she missed the closing ceremony, she can have her own little private concert with the CD, yeah.
All right, then. All right. Will you leave your address, love? And
I will.
We'll dispatch that to you, and maybe you'll sign it for Charlie.
I certainly will, yeah.
And we'll send them off after the programme.
Charlie, her name is Sammy Joe.
Sammy Joe.
Yeah. That's a great name.
Is that J-O or J-O-E? J-O just?
J-O.
Sammy Joe, just one word? Or
yeah,
two separate?
two, Sammy and Joe.
S-A-M-M-Y?
Yes.
Sammy Joe. That's nice, yeah. All right, then.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Thanks, love.
Okay, look, bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, who's that?
Catherine.
Hello, Catherine. Are you tiny or are you wee?
No, I'm 10 years of age.
You're 10 years of age. Oh, you're big then. Well, you're through to Charlie.
Morning, Catherine.
Morning, Charlie.
It's great of you to ring in. Does your mum know you're ringing in?
Yeah.
I'm joking. Well, thank you for doing that. And you're enjoying being on your holidays now?
Yeah.
I certainly did. When I was a teacher, I look forward to them as much as the children.
Get rid of them. Get them out of there. Once they're through the door, forget about them. What do you have to say? Anything particularly you want to ask Charlie?
Well, me and my mum are very good fans of Charlie, and we have bought every single CD, every single tape, and listen to them in the car when we're driving the long journeys to like Enniskillen or anything.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I think this last one should go to you.
I think so, yeah, because anybody's going such a long journey to Enniskillen.
Absolutely. You'd need something to listen to, wouldn't you?
You need something to...
Excuse me, can I ask you something, George? Could you play a request for my nana, Mrs. Boyd, next door, and my granda that lives in my house upstairs called Norman?
Your granda that lived in your house upstairs called Norman?
Yes.
Well, okay, I can see no reason why we can't play a request for your granda that lives in your upstairs called Norman. We'll do that for you. We'll play one of Charlie's songs for you.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for ringing in,
Thank
Catherine.
you.
Ta-ra, love.
Bye.
That's lovely. Great. Grandad Norman upstairs and
no, that grandad
Mrs.
that lives
Boyd,
up. No, my granddad that lives upstairs called Norman.
That's right. Yeah.
What?
Well,
that's lovely.
Could Charlie give out an email address if he has one, or indeed a fan club number? People are ringing. Well, how do we contact them?
Well, do you know what? I always forget to... But actually, the fan club is on that album there. Can you pass me that album, Gerry?
Sure.
And I'll read it out from here.
And do you know, Doris, that you're both talking about the cinema?
Yes, from the cinema.
She's on too.
Oh, great.
Doris. Oh, yeah. She's on as well.
Yes.
She's on too.
Oh, great.
Hello, Doris.
Hi.
Hello.
Doris, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
You're the lady I talked to a number of times about the Ivy Cinema.
And I heard you talking about the Ivy Cinema this morning, so I thought, well, I would have to ring in as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, how have you been getting on? How have you been living without it?
Oh, well, this year has been grand. Last year was a bit sort of, I missed the cinema, I missed the bustle and the people coming in and things like that. But since that, I've sort of learned to live without it.
Yeah, you have to move on, don't you?
You have.
And you realise that you never again have to watch Geordie pulling a girl's hair in front
but
of him.
I don't remember any of that.
No, see, memory's a wonderful thing. It blots
But then
out...
again, I don't know Geordie, so...
No, memory blots out the most horrible things.
Sorry?
You only remember the things that are pleasant. That's why you don't remember him.
Gerry, I can't hear you very well.
Oh, can you? Well, sometimes that happens here. I'm sorry about that, love. It's a wee fault on this desk every once in a while. It doesn't come through. A lady couldn't hear it. Remember, a lady couldn't hear you, Charlie, earlier on.
That's
Just a quick thing. It'll come back to you.
There's maybe the gremlins on it.
No. It's just the ordinary BBC gremlins that live here. Well, listen. Well, what's happening to the building? Has it been knocked down?
Well, not yet. It has been sold, but I think it's going to be turned into flats.
And then bought by
apartments,
people,
as they call them.
It'll be bought by apartments. It'll be turned into apartments and bought by property speculators in Dublin.
Yes, probably.
And nobody will live in it until about 10 years' time. Now they'll all sell it to Arabs. Charlie, you especially liked the Ivy, didn't you?
I thought it was great. Well, all the venues up here are smashing, but that had a great atmosphere.
No, I've heard you mention that a couple of times.
Well, the crowd in there, you just got to... I remember we did the first night, I think it was, of a tour there.
That you were there.
The atmosphere was fantastic. And do you remember all the Down syndrome people who did the mime in front of the stage?
They were fantastic, weren't they?
Yeah, they were wonderful. And the lady who looked after them was a smasher, Pamela, wasn't it?
Oh, we had great times when you were there.
So listen, what's the venue down there? When you're playing there again, Charlie, is there another place?
I don't think there is. I've never heard
Not
of
in
it.
Banbridge. No.
I mean, there's no. It hasn't been replaced by anything.
No.
Well, so where are the people going to go if they want to go to a concert like Charlie's or
I have no
somebody else?
idea at all.
So they just have to sit in the house and look out the window.
Probably.
We'll go to Belfast.
Isn't
Yeah,
that a shame?
yeah, that's a great.
Where are you playing in, Charlie, in the north at the minute?
It's in the early part of December, around about the 8th and 9th. We're doing of December. That is. It's a long way off in the waterfront in Belfast. That's as
All
close
right.
as we come to you.
People
And
are
we're
probably-
doing
Is that
Derry.
early December?
I think it's around about the 8th or the 9th.
Oh, lovely.
Something like round about there.
I look out for that.
Thanks, love.
People are probably wondering what you're doing here. It's just for the Kent Band, but people don't know. It's a normal practice. You know, when you've got an album out,
That's
you come over
right.
for a few days and talk on the radio about it. You know, in case people don't know it's out.
Charlie,
Yes, love.
the last little girl that was on, I think you could write a song about her granddad who lives upstairs, don't
Called
you?
Norman.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Yeah.
The granddad who lives upstairs called
Norman. Yeah. That was lovely. Yeah.
Well, listen, Charlie, lovely to talk to you.
And
Give
you
my
too, love.
regards to Selma.
I will indeed. She'll be
And
outside
maybe
having a
we'll
cigarette.
see you sometime when you're passing through Banbridge. You might like to give us a call.
Well, I will do that, love. Next time I'm round that area and I have the time to spare, I'll call in and see you.
That's lovely.
God bless you, love.
Right, take care.
Ta-ra, love.
Bye.
Bye, Gerry.
Bye. You've been doing lots of things, Charlie, in the past while back. And one of the things you were involved in was you appeared as Daniel O'Donnell, didn't you, in an RTE tribute on his 40th birthday?
That's right.
Well, that must have been an experience for you.
It was great. But Daniel's always been very good to me, and it was a bit. I was playing in Cork, in the Opera House in Cork, after the show, and they had a flight lined up for me. And when I left the studio, they said, "Charlie, the flight's been cancelled, but we've got a driver." So we had a lovely man who drove me down, but I arrived and I was getting more and more worried as the time went by. I think I arrived at 8:10. The show should have started at 8.
Yeah.
It was a full house. I just threw my clothes on, went straight on stage 10 minutes later, but it was a great night. But yeah, Daniel's phenomenal, and he's been very good to me.
Yeah, he's good, yeah.
Well, I'm really delighted to hear you saying that, Charlie. Thank you very, very much. It's coming from someone like you, Charlie. You know, I really appreciate to hear that. Thank you very much, Charlie. And I wish you all the very best with your new CD, Charlie. And maybe we can do something together again in the near future. Good luck, Charlie.
I didn't know you were in. God bless us, Daniel. Thanks very much, mate.
Not at all.
Have you
Charlie.
noticed Daniel now at his 40s getting a bit jowly? You know where your things start to drop there. You know, the cheeks are going down a bit. I talked to Daniel about this myself, but he doesn't seem to notice it. But all the people I meet seem to notice it. It's getting very saggy about the face.
Well, what you do is grow a beard then, you see, like this.
Yeah. Well, at least I've got a full head of hair that I'm very proud of, and I'm not trying to disguise it in any way like some people.
Well, I have to be honest with you, and Charlie, I know...
And neither am I wearing glasses either. I have perfect eyesight and all my own teeth.
The reason why you're wearing glasses because you buy the ones out of Boots, and they're £2.50. You won't go to an audition. What do you call an audition? Audition.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Will I tell the Polish joke?
Sure, I don't even know the Polish joke.
Do you ever hear
don't tell us that, for God's sake. No, don't bore us with that. We've heard that
It's the only joke that I ever liked.
Oh, you'll be chasing Charlie Lansbury out of the studio if you tell that. Don't tell that.
Maybe Charlie hasn't heard it.
Look, you'll embarrass the man because it's not even funny.
It is funny.
Oh,
I'll try it out, and Charlie, if he laughs, it's funny. If it's
now,
not,
don't embarrass the man. Now, don't do this.
Polish
I'm
man.
warning you now.
Polish man goes into the opticians.
And there could be people from Poland listening to
It's no insult to the people from Poland. Polish man goes into an opticians.
Charlie's uncle was Polish.
Was your uncle Polish,
He
Charlie?
might have been. We always had a bit of a suspicion about him, you know. He did look a bit odd, yeah.
Polish man goes into an opticians, gets an eye test. The optician says, "Can you read that chart, sir?" And he says, "Read it? I know him." They see Charlie
That's
laugh.
not bad, that's not
I mean, it's a small joke. I don't understand why you have any objection to
listen,
that.
you two. Charlie, there's a man on the line that wants to talk to you. His name's Tony Lynch, and he sang around the pubs in Liverpool in the 60s.
Did he?
Yeah, Tony Lynch.
Where is he?
He's on One.
Hello, Tony.
Hello, how you
Hi,
doing,
Tony.
Charlie?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Not too bad now.
And whereabout did you sing around?
Well, first of all, Charlie, like I said, it's an honour to speak to you.
Well, that's...
I'd like to thank you for all the pleasure that you've given all the people here in Ireland.
Well, thanks very much, mate.
Yeah, it was in the middle 60s, and there's a lad called Alan Ainsworth from Speak.
Yeah, no, that was...
And he used to bring me about there, you know, and I actually sang in the cavern.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never did that, so you're ahead of me, mate.
Well, he taught me the guitar.
Why is Alan Ainsworth? Why does that name mean something to me?
Yeah, and me too, but I don't know why.
Was he not a singer in one of those? Remember those big bands?
Well, he was a great guitarist. That's all I know. He actually taught me the guitar, which I'm still playing, you know.
You're still battering away, are you?
Still battering away, yeah.
So, are you still playing in the pubs and things like that?
No, not as much now, you know.
Yeah.
The odd do, sort of thing.
Yeah. And did you enjoy Liverpool?
Oh, Liverpool was great.
Yeah.
Absolutely great, Charlie, yeah.
In those days, it was particularly good. It's lost it a little bit, but it's getting back now, you know. It's had a bit of a rebirth, and they're trying to name it European City of Culture, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I loved? I was in Liverpool a couple of months ago, in Liverpool, John Lennon Airport.
That's right. It's great, that, isn't it?
And the statue.
Yeah.
I looked at that statue. That's great.
It is, yeah.
It's a fabulous
Brilliant,
statue.
yeah.
John Lennon just stand there in the airport.
Fantastic.
And nowhere else would do that.
No, I think
that wouldn't happen. You can't imagine a statue of Mick Jagger in London Airport, can you?
No, not at all.
It's so Liverpool, isn't it? And he looks great.
It does, yeah.
And when you're walking off that plane, you see the guy, you know, and you go, "That's great. This is it."
You didn't meet any of them, did you?
What's that?
The Beatles.
The Beatles or any of them?
No, I didn't. Funny enough, they really was starting off in those days, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet them, Charlie?
No, I was one of these sad sort of regrets in my life is I was supposed to play on the same bill as them. I was playing lead guitar in a band called the Top Spots.
Yeah.
And he said, "Tell Charlie not to let us down tonight. We're doing the Grosvenor in Wallasey with the Silver Beatles." And I never went.
You never showed up.
So I missed out, Tone, you know.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe you never know what might have happened. Maybe they might have been looking for somebody.
Yeah, I don't think they'd have been looking for me. I was too shy in them days, you know.
The Silver Beatles, that would have been... Pete Best would have been with them then.
Yeah, he probably was still.
And there might have been a five-piece.
Yeah, they
and they might have said to themselves, "No, we need another guy."
Yeah.
With white hair and long hair.
No, my hair wasn't always like this, Gerry.
We need another 54-year-old guy.
Well, the sad thing, Charlie, is that I lost contact with Alan Ainsworth.
Did you?
Yeah, well, you know, he taught me the guitar. He was a brilliant guitarist.
Well, I tell you what, when I go home and I do an interview on Merseyside, I'll mention, give me your full name.
Yeah, it's Tony Lynch.
Tony Lynch, that's right. I couldn't remember the surname. And when I do it, I'll just say Tony Lynch, Alan Ainsworth, Tony Lynch was asking for you.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
And if you want to contact him, contact me through Merseyside, and then I'll try and hopefully get you in touch with each other.
Oh, that would be great,
Lost Friends Department, yeah.
That would be great, because you know yourself, once you've learned the guitar, you know, once you touch the wood, that's it.
You're away.
You're away.
It's like the bee hitting the window in the summer. You have to go and work in England. Maybe now's a good time to give the email address, Charlie. Have you found that there?
I have, yeah. The email address is g.cotton, that's COTTON, at Night Owl, that's all one word, Night Owl, 87.freeserve.co.uk. I'll just say that again. Gerry, g.cotton at Night Owl, 87.freeserve.co.uk. That's a fan club email address.
That's on the CD cover. And we have that anyway, in case anybody hasn't got that and maybe can't afford to buy the CD. We have that here. So anyone who wants an email address, give us a ring here. All right, sir.
Thanks for ringing in, Tony.
It's been lovely talking to you, Charlie.
And you, mate.
The wife and the daughter were at your last concert here.
Were they?
Just love you.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Okay,
Thanks,
and all
Tony.
the best then.
Ta-ra, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Someone else here. Hello, Charlie. A lot of calls coming here through, Charlie. Hello?
Good morning.
Fiona?
Oh, hello.
Yes, you're through to Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
Good morning, Fiona.
Hello. I was just driving along in the car a short time ago there, and I heard you playing a lovely song, You're Special to Me. And,
well, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that.
And the words were beautiful, and why I'm ringing in is because my daughter, Leanne, had her baby boy 11 weeks ago, and he's getting his wee brain scan today. He's not too well, and he doesn't seem to have any sight in his eyes. And I thought I would like that played for her and for the baby, and I would like the tape if possible.
Well, I think have we got another one? Yeah,
of course we have.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, well, that'd be a delightful thing to do. Yeah, and
absolutely. Yeah.
What's the little baby's name?
Stuart.
Stuart.
Yes.
Well, I'll say a little prayer for him today as well.
Yes,
because all that helps.
Yes, please.
And we'll get one of them to you. Yeah.
That would be lovely. Thank you very much. I thought the words were beautiful, and they would mean a lot to her.
Thanks, love. Well, thanks for ringing in as well.
Not at all.
And I hope all goes well.
I hope so. Thank you very much.
Ta-ra, love.
We will send that to you, okay, love?
That's lovely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Can I just mention before I forget, Gerry, because this was the early request that said, Charlie, would you please wish a belated happy birthday to Edith McKinstry? And this was from Liz in Banbridge. That's where I got confused earlier on. So, a belated happy birthday to you, Edith McKinstry, wherever you are, love, from Liz.
Okay. Awful lot of calls coming through, Charlie. We're taking whatever we can. Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Rose?
Yes.
By any other name would be just as sweet. You're through to Charlie.
Hiya, Rose.
Yes, Charlie.
Morning, love.
This is Nolene Haggerty's mammy.
Oh, Nolene.
Yes, Nolene. That always went into you and the Rialto.
Oh, she's... oh, Nolene's lovely, yeah.
So she's not very well now at the moment.
Is she not?
Charlie, no.
Oh.
That's the Rialto here in Gerry Stroke London.
Yeah, she didn't come the last time, did she?
No, she wasn't able to come. Charlie, she wasn't able to go.
Well, tell her I sent my love to her then.
I will, surely, and thank you for all the lovely photographs and everything of you and Selma, your wife.
That's right. We've had a few of them, haven't we, over the years?
Selma's with you at the moment. Selma's upstairs. And looking like $1 million, I have to say.
Oh, she always looks well, yeah. So tell Nolene we were asking for her, and
I will, surely,
and
Charlie.
please God, she'll be fine for the next time we come back. And
Yes,
we'll have another
just sit and
photograph
listen to you, Charlie, now.
Oh, is she there?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Do you say hello to Charlie? Can you wait on, Charlie?
Yeah, of course I can,
sure.
yeah.
Say hello to Charlie. Say hello. Charlie.
Hello, Nolene.
Hello.
And I'm looking forward to... I hope you're fitting well for the next time I come back. You come and see me. You come and see me in Derry when I come back.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
love.
you very much, Charlie, for
Not at all.
being able to talk to you.
You smashing.
Aye.
All right, love.
And thanks for everything, and God bless, Charlie.
Pleasure. God bless you, love. I'll see you in December.
Yes, all right, Charlie.
Ta-ra, love.
Bye-bye now.
Ta-ra, Nolene.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wee character. She's lovely.
Hello?
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, love.
Who's that? Maybe it's a little fella, is it? Who is that?
It's James McCauley.
Oh, it's James, my friend James from
you know him?
I do indeed. From Ballymena I first met James, and he's been following me ever since. I've got a picture of little James in our house. Well, you're not so little now, are you, son?
No, I'm 10 now.
And how's all the family?
They're fine.
Oh, that's good. And are you coming back to see me when I come back?
Yeah, I was wondering what dates will you be back in the waterfront, Charlie?
I haven't got the exact dates with me, but I know we're doing 2 nights in December. It's something like the 8th and the 9th.
Okay.
But if you check with them, they'll tell you.
It'll be in the newspaper soon enough, I'd say.
And I look forward to seeing you, James.
I got your new CD and I think it's great.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah.
that's smashing, mate. Thanks very much.
And when is this... could you say hello, please, to Gary, John and my 2 grannies?
To Gary, John and your 2 grannies, a big hello. And I look, maybe I'll see them with you will I in December, yeah. Well, and your little sister, is she there?
Yeah, Kara.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you all then, and thanks for ringing in, James. And
Could you please sing Who Can Blame Him?
yeah, I don't see why not. I'm sure Gerry will play one of them.
Whatever you want.
Do you like that
Whatever
one?
you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll play that one for you, James.
Will we play that?
Yeah.
Okay, all I have to do is flick the knob and up she comes. It's, who can blame him?
Thanks,
Okay.
James.
Right, thank you, Charlie.
Ta-ra, mate.
Bye, James.
Right, bye.
He had such a short attention span. He was born with restless in his soul. She was well aware from the moment it began. This rolling stone would have to roll. Who can blame him if he's true to his heart's desire? Who can blame him if he can't put out the fire? Who can blame him if his feet were meant to run? If he likes the morning sun upon his back? Well, you might as well blame the freight train for loving the railroad track. She could see the sparkle disappear as things became familiar to his eyes. She could sense that time was drawing near. When you want it to stop, it's funny how time flies. Who can blame him if he's true to his heart's desire? Who can blame him if he can't put out the fire? Who can blame him if his feet were meant to run? if he likes the morning sun upon his back. Well, you might as well blame the freight train for loving the railroad track. His heart, but he'll keep his conscience clean, 'cause he told no lies and she knew right from the start he could never be tied to a 9-to-5 routine. Now we all have our addiction, and wanderlust is one. Some cherish their restrictions, they stop and stare, but he liked moving on. Who can blame him? If he's true to his heart's desire, who can blame him? If he can't put out the fire, who can blame him? If his feet were meant to run, if he likes the morning sun upon his back, well, you might as well blame the freight train for loving the railroad track. Well, you might as well blame the freight train for loving the railroad track.
There we are, Charlie. That's called Who Can Blame Him? That was for young James. I have to say two things, actually. One thing is that we've been absolutely inundated with phone calls, and which is very nice, but unfortunately a lot of disappointed people, because you can only take one at a time.
Yeah.
So apologies to all the people who rang up wanting to speak to Charlie. The second thing was tremendous reaction to that song Special.
It's wonderful, and thanks to all those people who rang in and all the people who tried to get through. We're sorry that you didn't manage it, but you've made me day. Thanks very much.
I was just thinking there, we've got a minute and a half left, and the song is 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Why not just play a little bit of it? Just play us out on it.
Well, that would be nice.
Because a lot of people asked to hear it again. Charlie, thank you for coming in.
It's been a real pleasure, Gerry, as always, mate. Thanks a lot.
And I have to say this, that some of those people who rang in did break your heart.
Wonderful, yeah. The people up here are fantastic, yeah.
All right, Charlie, nice to see you.
God bless you all. Thanks very much. Thanks,
Okay.
Gerry.
Bye.
There never was anyone quite like me. I'm the only me that you'll ever see. From the top of my head to the tip of my toe. Oh, 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 I'm special, There never was anyone like me or you. Being ourselves is the best we can do. We're priceless and precious, for God tells me so. Oh, 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 we're special, We're quite unique, a walking work of art, in strong
92 to 95 FM.